Hey y'all, my name is Queen Morgana and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Am I recording this literally seconds after ending the previous recording? Yes, absolutely. Should I be? I don't know. But I really want to keep going because I'm having a good time. So let's continue. Right now we are going to listen to Ningguang's speech. We're wrapping up with Liwei, which I feel like went by way faster than my time in Mondstadt, but we have to move on. There are seven kingdoms. Let's listen to Ningguang's speech.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Yeah.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project.
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
Some of these voice actors are not like the others. That was funny. Can we get him into an actual character? And if he is an actual playable character, please tell me which one so I can be them. That was the funniest line I've heard in ever in Genshin Impact.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Do they know what that means?
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other two.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically, Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if.
Her voice actor reminds me so much of the VA for Cinder from Ruby.
Money more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question.
Oh god, that's what this quest is?
You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
Manual labor for
These
answers.
things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
Get this man a different contract. Make him a character.
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber?
I want to hear Hong Fei
This is a huge deal!
as someone else. Let's not get involved. We can ask her a question without that.
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested?
Sure, I don't know what we want to ask.
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Maybe I can find out more about my brother. I doubt she has any knowledge of that, to be honest. I don't think he's set foot in an actual... I don't think people have seen his face. Or if they have, I'm still sticking with the... I think he came down during a different because they came in through black holes, I think they were knocked into the same realm, same planet, but during different points in time. So like, I think that these two might be somewhat ageless or age extremely slowly because of the fact that they are literal world travelers, but not traveling like one world. They've traveled across like space, haven't they? Like different dimensions and all that. Because the fact they are dimensional travelers, I don't think that aging is something they really have to worry about. If they age at all, if not extremely slowly. So however amount of time he was here to start putting his plans into motion, whatever that plan may be, could have easily been before Ningguang was even freaking born, or definitely before she came into the position she's in now.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business.
Paimon, I will punch you into the sun.
I'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance.
Okay.
The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person.
Okay.
When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going.
I wouldn't even bother trying to do this,
First,
but
we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
no main character.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private.
Stop trying
We
to
can get down to
solicit
brass
her.
tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go! Why don't you stand there after her?
Hello?
Right, yeah.
Don't harassing women in the streets. The god's been dead for a day. And we've already fallen into predatory behaviors publicly. Okay, interlude chapter act
You
1.
hear that? They said they had some useful information.
Mm-hmm.
Information's just
I took
what
my
we
hand
need
off the
right now.
keyboard.
Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Which way? This way. Hi, old lady.
They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Oh, almost died.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run.
Plenty of space to
Don't
run,
worry,
actually.
We're not bad guys. You give us some Mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the
No.
energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
He said the same. Oh, that's definitely not a human. He said the same thing that I was just saying earlier, where it's like, you know, who's the main character? Or who would have guessed? And he said, she has white hair. We're not those guys. That is so funny. I don't know why Leeway in these past couple episodes has been hilarious. You know what? It's because I heard Hong Fei. I'm never gonna forget that man's name. Because I want that voice actor to be my character's VA. I get rid of the little girl voice. I forgot what line she said. I don't even remember what she sounds like anymore. It takes me by surprise every time. Put him in the booth, put him in the studio, get this man a contract and pay his bills. He deserves it.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
Don't gamble, then.
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
I'm happy to watch. I love a show.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you.
I feel like I know this
It's
voice
not
actor
about
too.
whether you need the info or not, okay?
Or at least he sounds familiar
It's
to one
about
I know.
you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't.
No
What?
more excuses! I know you have money. I saw you.
Thought I knocked you on the ocean
Yeah,
road.
I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Shenhe kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps. Yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
Is it
What are
perhaps
you
the
afraid of?
sigil
We're just
and the wind
selling
picking up
information.
around her?
It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
They're trying to intimidate people into doing business.
Oh, you again.
I wasn't expecting that voice either.
What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business. I swear.
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
Millilith takes away the hooligans who are surrounding the young lady with white hair. I like your fit though. Are you right?
Shenhe.
That's your name?
My
Shenhe.
name.
Oh,
She looks kind of. Her voice doesn't match her
Well,
face.
on. And
She looks
this is
like
Clement's travel
sad.
buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation.
No problem.
I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken
I
to get
like
him to
her.
surrender.
I like her. I agree with
You
that.
can't do that. That's way too violent.
No, it's the perfect amount of violence.
There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Okay, wait a minute.
Laws.
Wait a minute. Okay. I know that our character is supposed to be morally better and only go to violence, quote unquote, you know, when it's somebody else trying to kill us, whatever. But they did stalk her across the city, threaten her, try to solicit her, like doing all of this in public. She's not even from the city. She's clearly a traveler. Like, she was in danger. Who knows what they would have did to her. I agree. You should have slammed their face in the pavement a few times. And I would have loved to watch. Have you not heard of the law, Shenhe? Yeah, I don't think Shenhe's from this... I don't... Much less from Liyue. I don't think she's from this planet. I don't think she's from... Or, I'm not going to say that. She's from the planet. I don't think she was raised in an environment with other people. I think she just had her... She alluded to a master, right? I think she just had her master and lived a way of life based off of what they said. And just for some reason or another, now she's traveling on her own, but doesn't know how literally anything works. So she has all this money and stuff, which she probably got from her master. You know, ordering all these signature dishes, trying them. Maybe she doesn't like them because it's not her master's food, or maybe she just doesn't eat food in general. Whatever. Have you not heard of the law before?
No, apparently not.
Fair.
Really? So how
Neither have the
exactly
people in
are
my
you-
city, apparently. They just be doing everything. She must not eat physical food then. Oh, is she a Frost character? I see the Frost sigil. Watch her be fired just because I said that.
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
Oh, she's
so
not human.
honest.
No, well, actually,
Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Souls.
Gensin, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
Yeah, she's definitely not human. Those are all medicinal herbs. She's not a human. All of those things we can easily get you, though.
Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Booba Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal.
Yay.
After all, you can't work on an empty stomach.
I agree. Let's get you.
Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here.
I feel like if she
is
was...
an Adeptus, that would explain everything.
She could be an Adeptus. She could
Where
also
does
be...
she fit in with the other Adepti, though? Paimon's super curious.
Okay, Paimon. I don't know if she's an Adeptus or not, but we came across a character earlier. I don't know if you remember the little girl who was a zombie. She doesn't have the zombie thing on her face, but the fact that that character exists alludes to the fact that we've seen Child do, talk about having different go through different forms and all that. There's definitely a way for people to not be fully human, if that makes sense. And I think she's just not, Adepti aren't human, but you know what I mean? Like, I think she's something completely different. Watch her just be an Adepti, though, after I said all that.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
No.
Gensin, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Appreciate it. Oh, nice.
She's really eating them.
To everyone's astonishment, she polishes off all the medicinal herbs.
My hunger has now abated.
I don't know why everyone's so shocked, to be honest. I feel like that would be something kind of normal. Or maybe I've never had flower salad in real life, but they're edible flowers. I'm actually planning on growing some this summer. Anyway, I wouldn't just eat it by itself, though, I will say. So that's, yeah. How'd it taste?
Rather awful.
Oh.
Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
Maybe you should, add them into other dishes.
Chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food.
Yeah.
If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future.
What does that have to do with you finishing
The
a
food
meal?
of the mortal realm is most delicious.
I knew it.
But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development.
Fair enough.
Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Okay.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an Adeptus.
And I was wrong. Yeah, Paimon's right.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was
Weren't
passing
the herbs
by.
the things we needed that she just ate?
You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
Highly doubt it.
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Alright, well, let's work together.
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Lovely.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us Then, we alone shall become the victors.
That's literally illegal.
Oh, that is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Talking about murder in
Really?
broad daylight is crazy.
But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
It can be.
We want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plostrite...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So,
Aw,
it's you.
Baizu.
Baiju? What are you doing
Where's the
out
little
here?
one?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I
What
came out to fetch
do you
the
need wound
ingredients
dressing for?
personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo
Chi-Chi.
Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
Zhongli is.
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed.
I see.
As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Okay.
Thanks, Baiju.
Thanks, Baiju. I wish we saw him
Quite
more
welcome.
often.
Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Okay, I get to the Boo Boo Pharmacy. Okay. Alright, let's go to look for Jinkyu. Isn't that the no! Is that what I meant to do? Isn't that the girl who cooks? I can't remember her name. Let's go look for somebody. I don't know why she'd be at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Oh, no. It's gonna be that guy whose father is head of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, right? We met him earlier in a different, I think the previous episode, question mark?
Master Xingqiu.
The one before this
Thank
one.
goodness you're finally back.
Yeah, it's this guy. The fancy one.
Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Hey, Xingqiu.
Is this Christina
Glad
V?
you're
Did I
here.
have this conversation already? I thought Christina V was a different character.
Information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail later on.
Understood, Master Xingqiu. Then I will leave you in peace.
I thought she was Bennett. I don't know. Bye.
I wasn't
Bye.
counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
I guess other people have come to ask you this
well.
question.
Do you mean...
Yep. We're late.
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about the price. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million mora.
Yeah, we actually can't afford that. The way she screamed. Why have these past 2 episodes been so funny? Like, the end of Leeway is just absolutely unhinged. It's so expensive.
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth it.
Not at all.
But without any sunset vermilionite...
Get a regular vermilionite and
panic.
paint it.
I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Maybe? I've probably come across him. Never heard of him.
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away. Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him.
Never mind then.
According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some sunset vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the Lisha area.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure? Wouldn't it be a little, disrespectful with him being an Adeptus?
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him. Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that? Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains.
That's her master.
All right, then. Let's go.
He's looking like, all right.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned for so long. So please, be very careful.
I will.
Okay, we will be. Thanks, Xingqiu.
Thank you. Okay. Let's head out since he can't sneak away from his abode this time. Search the abode around Lisha. So let's go here. Gosh, now that I actually am moving on, now I can do more things. It's fun. This should not sound like grass on stone. It's a lot more work to change that just for stone patches though, for an open world game, so I'll let them be. Yeah, this is one of the places I came across. There's like two, almost died. There are 2 sections where it looks like something's underneath the water, and I figured it had like more story mode elements to it.
Xingqiu said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
It's in the water.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around.
Yeah, because I couldn't do that
Look,
before.
is that a new Sealy over there?
Sealy. New Sealy? Why are you calling it new? What's new about it? I guess the fact that it just showed up. Hey, Sealy. Hey, don't drown me, please. Yeah, it's fine. If I'm really struggling, then I will pause and then mesh together a different part.
Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see them before?
Yeah.
Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds.
I feel like if we did that, we'd just die.
A closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
What do you think, Shenhe?
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti
Yeah, I was
art.
about to say, I don't think we could just jump down there.
Do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful.
As long as it's nothing crazy, I think we'll be okay. Even with our current level. Oh, I get the 14,000 health.
Transfiguration.
I can't believe I did that. I'm gonna. Oh, she's a spear user. I love that. Okay. Huh. Now we can't go down there, clearly. How do we... Did she give it... Did she give... No, we're not gonna make it. Oh. Wait, I can walk on the clouds? There we go. That didn't take long. I thought it was gonna be so much harder. You're at level 49! Well, the mechanism frozen and the fog clears with it. We've been falling quite a bit. Oh. Door of Resurrection activated. Wait.
Is everyone okay?
Wait.
Look!
Is everyone okay? Am I really? I don't know why they don't just bother to, like, go ahead and destroy these things when this type of stuff happens. Every time I come across a robot, bro, I destroy it on impact immediately.
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall.
We're fine.
So,
Oh, it was water.
luckily there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently.
Okay, I'm glad we didn't have to fight that guy, 'cause that would have been annoying.
Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it.
What's Sealy? Okay, thank you.
Is this it? Is this the Sunset Vermilionite? It's so huge!
It needs to be big to get the whole Jade Chamber airborne. Yeah, we've seen it. Like,
That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
it probably involves
Prostrate doesn't
other
float
stuff.
until it's activated.
Yeah.
It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount.
Yeah.
Only after being activated does Prostrate reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
I wonder who this master is.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something.
What?
If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Yeah?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Paimon said
Please
go
don't
for
worry.
it.
I'm well aware that a Prostrate sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged.
It's your safety you have to be careful of.
My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt, no matter who you are. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense.
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the Prostrate. Let's meet at the building site later.
Shenhe lifts up the Prostrate and
How is
leaves.
Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Huh. Adeptus super strength much?
Alright, so let's
Can't slow down yet.
Oh.
Let's go meet her at the building site.
Hello? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, let's head to the, whatever it just said to go. The building site. Oh, it's because it's here. Oh, I'm so glad it just started.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got to be one of those Adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
Like, everybody's
This is
just praying
top
for
tier
money.
in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
We just fly in.
Shenhe, and Ningguang's little helper.
Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plastrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Yeah, put some respect to her name, Paimon.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
The same pose.
In truth, it is the finest piece of plastrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there.
A house?
Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhe, Shenhe, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold her head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot
I don't think
since we
she's an
set foot in
Adeptus.
that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Guest accommodations are far more comfortable than the wilderness. Take it from us, the homeless travelers.
Okay. If you insist.
I do.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack. Or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door.
All right. Have a good rest.
Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here?
Looking for her pupil.
Let's go and say hi.
Perhaps. Seeing how she's going as she grazes with the humans. Grazes. Hey, Cloud Retainer. How are the clouds? Are they being retained well? I'm sure you're doing a great job.
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
Yeah, she's great. I love her.
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
That's her pupil.
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Oh, never mind. To some degree?
Oh, so what's her Adeptus name anyway?
She isn't one.
Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
She's not an Adeptus. Which is what I said at the beginning. Ha 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 ha.
I have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that part.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
I thought so.
What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
Yes.
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, she doesn't try to. She just is.
To start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Well, so are Child's.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed.
Can we do this like under a tree and get it rained on?
One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Yep. Okay.
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. and she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her.
Aw, I knew it. We're homeless too. We also don't have parents. Well, our character never talks about their past. Like, as far, like, they were traveling with their brother and then, you know, the beginning of the game happened. But, like, who raised them? What were some of their adventures like? All that.
Indeed. It is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her.
Makes sense.
However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day.
Well, let her take it out on some bad people. It'll be fine.
Once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity.
Okay, wow.
Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay.
This is so sad. What?
Red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. She deserves better.
It is only by fate that
is she listening to
paths
this
may
conversation?
cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Of course, I love Shenhe. She reminds me of Raven from Teen Titans quite a bit. And Raven is, I've always really related to Raven.
Worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows.
Yeah. For someone who didn't come around for 2,000 years.
Assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm.
Between Liyue and the humans
If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her
Are the humans not also in Liyue?
But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control.
Sure.
Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
You too, Cloud Retainer, if you rest. I don't know.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their
No, keep talking. I hate that when that happens. I thought she was keep talking while the menu was up. I am actually going to end this episode here because I recorded this right at the end of the previous well, what time is it? I think the episode's not going to be over for y'all, but my recording session's going to be over. I'll come back later and splice the two together.